Audio Jungle.
My dear students of Junior 4, today we will talk about the plant adaptation. So concentrate with me because all of the information I'm going to be telling you right now will blow your mind. So concentrate with me. Plants can also adapt to their own environment. So we will take two examples, acacia tree and cabbage tree. As for the acacia tree, it lives in a place which is called Savannah, and the Savannah is characterized by extreme lack of water during the dry season, which can last for half of the year without rain. Its roots are called taproot that grow directly downward to search for water as deep as 35 meters below the surface. The acacia tree has a very long trunk, so animals except the giraffe cannot reach its leaves to feed on, which means that all animals cannot reach the leaves of the acacia tree. However, the giraffe can. So these are all the structure of the acacia tree. So we can say this is a structural adaptation. What about the behavioral adaptation? Yes, the acacia tree can do behavioral adaptation, which is it can defend itself by producing a poison when an animal is trying to eat its leaves. Not only this, but also it can send a smelly message in the wind to warn other acacia trees nearby, telling them to start making the same poison. Now we will talk about the cabbage tree, which is also umbrella-shaped tree, and it has structural and behavioral adaptation as follows. So number one, the structural adaptation of the cabbage tree is that hand-shaped leaves with narrow parts to allow wind move gently through them. Then we have the buttress roots, which are very large, wide roots, and they are not planted deeply in the ground, but they grow high up on its trunk to hold the water firmly in the soggy soil, which means the wet, muddy soil. The buttress roots can start up to 5 meters above the ground, and it also has adaptation. So the cabbage tree has delicious smelling flowers to send message through wind to attract bats. Another thing for their behavioral adaptation is that the cabbage tree has fluffy yellow seeds to be easily carried by wind across the forest. Now let's take a look for these plants. We have the mangrove tree, the water lily, pine tree, palm tree, and Barbary fig. Each one of them has its own habitat, structural adaptation, and the reason why it has this structural adaptation. So the mangrove tree, it has very long roots and they are very strong because it is in salt water, so there are waves. So in order to resist the waves, it has long, strong roots. Then we have the water lily. Grows in very wet land, which is fresh water, and it has wide leaves to absorb the sunlight. Then we have the pine tree, and the pine tree looks like the Christmas tree. So it grows in the snow and it has needle-like leaves. And the palm tree has thick roots and small leaves, and these are all to resist sharp. Then we have the Barbary fig, and the Barbary fig is like this sweet fruit you eat in summer to cover to prevent the animals from eating it having spine. The acacia tree has sharp spines around the leaves to prevent animals from eating these leaves. So we have the Barbary fig, we have the acacia both of them have sharp spines around the leaves to prevent